I used to be a lick addict. I loved licks. I was always on the lookout for new tasty licks, whether on records or at a gig or even on a date. I was addicted to the thrill of discovering a new lick and the uncontrollable urge to learn and play it and to show it off. Even 30 plus years on, I am still partial to a good lick, and I admit it. You see, there's something hugely satisfying about learning a tasty, bite-sized musical nugget, easy to learn and regurgitate, that is guaranteed to impress and make you sound competent. Would you agree? The only thing is, they don't tell you it is addictive and a road to nowhere. Well, that's not quite true. It is actually a fast track to getting trapped into musical constipation and, worse still, loss of identity. I now realize there are other things far better to focus on and practice than piddly little licks. For instance, learning tunes, playing piano, practicing rhythm, ear training, just to name a few. I have prepared the following video to give anyone who is still interested in learning licks some creative ideas on how to practice them safely while still expanding and preserving musical expression rather than stunting it. Thanks for watching and good luck. Hi! Recently on the Jazzduets channel, Mariano Delgado demonstrated some lines and licks based on the blues arpeggio and soul scale. I would like now to offer some further new ways and ideas of practicing the first few exercises of this PDF that I hope will be enjoyable and inspire you to find your own ways to practice these lines, or licks as they can also be called. Firstly though, let's listen to a short public service announcement about the potential dangers of learning licks.
Warning! The out-of-context, myopic, indiscriminate regurgitation of licks is highly inadvisable, as it can lead to 1. Stunted creativity, 2. Loss of personality, 3. Reduces the ability to listen and interact with the other musicians.
So here is exercise 1 of the original PDF. It is fine, of course, especially if you are new to the blues arpeggio. However, for the adventurer and lover of the new and exotic, playing the same lick verbatim in different keys can soon become boring and predictable. In the following example, you will hear that the line has been changed slightly on every subsequent chord of the cycle of fourths. Let's see how that sounds. Still a bit boring. Let's try going down this arpeggio and see if that spices up the action at all. No, still boring. You see, the phrases become predictable as they start and stop on beat 1 mostly. The conclusion we can draw from this is that it does not matter how much the notes are jazzed up if the rhythm is the same and unvaried. The listener becomes unstimulated and ultimately turned off. So let's try varying the rhythm now and see if this has any effect. We'll change the start and end point of the phrase, sometimes delaying the line, and sometimes bringing the line forward, anticipating it. I think the key to this is to be spontaneous and varied. Here is an example of moving the phrases around rhythmically, not changing the notes much though. Yeah, that was cool. Let's go around the cycle again. Same idea, this time descending though. By the way, these new examples are available now bundled with the original PDF here. To conclude this presentation, we will now add in approach notes into the mix. Here is a playlist of videos on approach notes if this concept is new. I have highlighted the approaches used so you can identify them. Well, I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Give a thumbs up, like, and leave a comment if you would like to see more such videos. Also, you can nourish the creation of new content by supporting Jazzduets' work over on Patreon. See you next time. Cheers.
Jazz is a language, and like a language, we do need to learn vocabulary that has already been established if fluency is our aim, even if the words are hackneyed, slang, or indeed vulgar. When we learn a language as adults, we cannot assimilate entire sentences. It's just too much. We need to break down the task into smaller bits first and then join those parts together. Licks are small, comparable musical fragments of music. On their own, they might not make a lot of sense, so perhaps are not that useful. The most important part of the process of learning the language of jazz is oral, the part concerned with the ear, with listening, not the eye. So, please try to learn licks by ear from records, not from books, or even videos. As the great-grandfather of jazz, Duke Ellington, said, "The most important thing I look for in a musician is whether he knows how to listen."